told me I was pretty awful at storytelling. So, cheers, Nick. This comes out easier for me and goes down smoother for you. Kelly, you look absolutely stunning tonight, but your even truer beauty is your heart. I have always admired your calm and generous manner. You are an incredible role model, and that I always know I can count on you. I couldn't be more proud to call you my big sister. I am grateful to have someone show me the way with such grace. You made it pretty easy to follow behind you. By the time I got to high school, all the teachers loved me because I was Kelly Jo's little sister, and she's the sweetest. They may have been anticipating I would have been a little smarter like you, but that's for another time. We've done it all together, from playing sports to fighting over wearing each other's clothes, to sipping on lots of wine and talking about life. And I am honored to stand by your side today. I've never seen you happier than when you are with me. I've tried really hard to come up with an embarrassing story about you, but for some reason, it seems like I was the one who did the embarrassing stuff. And you were always calmly by my side. Sometimes with a few head shakes and red faces, but by my side. Nick, you are seriously a lucky man. Your wife lights up her room just by her presence. Now, Nick, you look very handsome tonight, too. When I first found out who Kelly was dating, all I knew was he was the cute men's soccer coach when we were in high school. Now I know he's more than just a pretty face. You're a pretty good suck-up, too. Let's talk about the day when I received a missed call from Nick. I started totally geeking out because I had a hunch he was going to propose to Kelly soon. Well, I immediately returned his phone call, and he proceeds to tell me all these sweet, adorable things about his love for Kelly. He then asked for my permission to marry Kelly. Like, who is this guy? Is he for real? To top it off, he asked if I would pick out her engagement ring, which I have always secretly hoped to be a part of. So, it meant more than you know. But for the record, Nick, you didn't need to suck up. I already loved you just for loving my sister. You bring out the best in Kelly and put her at such ease. I still remember the moment Kelly told me that you were the one, and I cried some big old happy tears. You are for sure my favorite brother-in-law, and this side, the only one, but my favorite. You also may have favorite uncle status too, because my 4-year-old daughter keeps asking for a picture of you by her bed. Before Kelly found you, she had told me how much she wanted our grandma to meet her future husband. I am so grateful you were able to do just that. She sure loved you. However, after the first time meeting you, she admitted to turning her hearing aids down because he was loud. And he talked a lot. Our family was floored when we found out he was one of the quieter ones in our family. Kelly, all those late nights growing up talking your ear off before bed, I think that's just one of the ways God was preparing you for Nick. You two complement each other in so many ways. Nothing surprises us with you two. One time, you'll walk a half marathon together, and the next day, you'll sleep in and eat pizza all day. If you want to know any of the funny and honest conversations they have together, check out Nick's Facebook page. I have one minor concern with the two of you. I was a little concerned when I heard Kelly is the neater one of the two. After sharing a room with Kelly throughout my entire childhood, neatness or cleanliness are two of the last words I would use to describe her. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love sharing a room with her, we got along great, had a lot of fun, but she never cleaned up her room or put any of her clothes away. After complaining to my parents and not getting the results I was looking for, I took matters into my own hands and made a schedule of who had to dust and vacuum our room every other week. Well, in order to do that, you would have to pick up your clothes. She never did. So I eventually put a piece of tape down the middle of our bedroom, so she had to keep all of her clothes on her floor, and I could have a nice clean side. Good luck. I wish you all the best, and remember to keep God in the center of your marriage, in the good times and the challenging times. And a huge thanks to Bill, Katie, and Allie for loving my sister so much and welcoming her and us into your family. We have had a few fun practice parties, and now here's to the main event tonight. Let's give it up for the newlyweds.
Wonderful job, Kayla. Another round of applause. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Patrick Knight. I'm Nick's best man, and I've been his best friend for the last 16 years. It's been my privilege. It is Memorial Day, so I think it'd be important we take a moment to remember the people who couldn't be here right now because of COVID, or they're overseas, or they're looking down on us and smiling. So if we take a moment. Thank you. And now let's talk about who is here. Dewhawks, where are you at? Make some noise! Keeler, Wisconsin, where are you at? Make some noise! Western Suburbs, where are you at? Make some noise! Everybody else, make some noise for Nick and Kelly. Nick, you have 400 people here to celebrate you find the love of your life. We're all here to celebrate you guys. What a wonderful pair you are. You're the first person I met in high school. And I don't tell this story often, but I was very shy as a high schooler. Cripplingly shy. I went to a grade school where there were 8 boys. Then I went to the big Catholic school for high school, and there were 200 people. Might as well have been 200 million. And the grade school I went to, you would have lunch at your desk. You take lunch out, right there. And now there's this cafeteria, and tables, and girls. I don't know what to do. So I would go to the library every day. I would bring a book, I would read, I would eat my lunch. And I would do that for months. And I would pray no one would talk to me. I wouldn't get called out in class, I would just put my head down. And then it was gym class right before lunch, and I played Nick in intramural basketball, and he torched us. He just torched us. He sliced and diced, he drove. And I started hand checking you. And then I started pushing you. And he's like, hey man, you can't do that. And I'm like, I can do whatever I want, man. Stop trying. And we started talking about basketball. Started talking about the Bulls, Kirk Heinrich, and they stunk. And then all of a sudden, when I'm grabbing my lunch, and I'm following Nick up to the cafeteria, and we're still talking Bulls, we're talking Michael Jordan. And I'm sitting down, and I realize, like, I'm here. I'm right now. This is my, whoa, pretty cool. And so Nick, I think that is kind of my thesis with you, is you have the ability to make people feel comfortable. They get that joy that you just effervesce out, and you make them feel comfortable and trusted, and I think that's translated to your career as a soccer coach. When you talk to these players and their parents trust you with the most precious thing, their children, and not just being good soccer players, but being good young adults, being taught the right things. And you make people feel at ease, and more so than Larry and Tina, where they trust their daughter with you now. What a wonderful husband you're going to be. So that's my first cheers. Nick being a wonderful husband, making people feel the joy that he feels in life. On to Kelly. Kelly, you come from a very religious family. It's just enriching to see. God is at the center of your life, and that's wonderful. And I don't read the Bible as often as I should, but when I see you with Nick, I'm reminded of Proverbs 27. As iron sharpens iron, so too does man sharpen man. Or in this case, woman sharpens man. As in, whoa, man, stop wearing sweatpants and hoodies everywhere, will ya? Kelly, you bring out the best and already a wonderful person. And the sum is greater than your parts. You are a wonderful parent together. And you are an excellent nurse, and you bring such greatness to each other. So thank you. So that's my first cheers. Nick and Kelly bringing each other to the best of the better. Finally, I'll share one of my favorite memories I have. And then Nick, our friendship genesis in high school, and there's a lot of milestones there. There's the ACT, there's a dance, there's a big game, you have a date, you have a heartbreak, and those are big moments. But my favorite memories of high school come from small moments, where it's me and you and Bo's making impressions, and our tears cracking up, and we're all sitting around your family's square table in the living room, just playing a poker game and nobody's keeping track of, and we're just laughing our heads off. And then Allie comes in from the garage from a friend's house and she's joining in. And Bill and Katie are coming downstairs laughing with us. And that's just a little moment that can be multiplied throughout their entire career. And that's what I think of when I think of our friendship. Little moments stacked together. And that's what your marriage will be. Lots of little moments. I was talking to Kelly right now. She says it feels the same as every day. And that's how it should. It's a lot of little moments together. So my last year's, many more special little moments for you. And then really big special moments where you guys get little hoodies and little sweatpants for the little girls. Larry?
Sorry, I'm being difficult and I have to go to the stage for my speech. I'm sure you're all very shocked by that. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Rizzo. I am Nick's sister and, more importantly, Kelly's now sister-in-law. Sorry. Okay. Got it, yeah. He's giving me advice on my speech real quick, guys. I'm so nervous, I'm so sorry. Okay, I quickly wanted to do a shout out to Kelly and all of the healthcare workers here tonight. I know this year really hasn't been easy, and words cannot express how grateful we all are for you, so please cheers to all of you. Well, okay. As some of you know, I've worked on this relationship for a very long time. I met Kelly playing volleyball, and as soon as I met her, she's driven, she's a family person, she's insanely nice. I was like, oh my gosh, I have the guy. And I immediately thought of Nick. And vice versa, it just seemed like they were a match made in heaven. Nick's very driven as well, they're both very competitive, and as Kayla had mentioned, Kelly's a bit more reserved. Nick can talk to a brick wall. I was like, boom, puzzle piece together, they're great. So that's when I started planting the seed. For those of you who weren't at the rehearsal dinner, I did get a lot of credit for that, for bringing them together. So though I didn't technically introduce them, I did at least, like I said, plant the seed a little bit. Are we having technical difficulties? Okay. So I'm not asking, for much or for the credit, like you said. You're gonna have to back that up. This is going really, really smooth, guys.
Rookie mistake.
So anyways, not asking for much, but you see what just happened here. You're face to face with true love, it ain't strange. You can see how good they feel. They're adorable. Well, I'm glad to see that I helped their lives change. Open your mind as I begin. It's thanks to me, Allie, take it in. I know that's a cocky thing to say, but here we are now. You're welcome for the cake, the food, the booze. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome for a night to put on your dancing shoes. Hey, who has two thumbs and went to the bar where they met on that fateful night? That guy. And who mustered up the balls to walk up and say hello? You're looking at her, yo! Oh, then at my house, post lot 1. You're welcome, the fun had only just begun. Then at my birthday party, you're welcome, they kicked each other's ass in Beersby. So what can I say except you're welcome for the cash and gifts you're gonna get. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome for this life of love you won't regret. You're welcome. Well, come to think of it, honestly, I can go on and on. This couple here is a fucking phenomenon. The laugh, the buzz, the looks, hell, they even read each other books. They play cribbage, they play cahoots, sip on some gin while they eat some charcoots. What's the message? What's the takeaway? Don't miss it, it's not gonna fade away. So let's let the reception begin. Raise your glasses and deal with the sin. I didn't make anything happen, so let's get these glasses to tap, and hey! So there's no need to say you're welcome for this life of love you know. Yeah, there's no need to say you're welcome. You would have found each other on your own. So don't say you're welcome. It's time to do this toast. Yeah, it's okay, don't say you're welcome to this couple that we love the most. No, you're welcome, but thank you.
Let's give it up one more time for Alfred. How do you call that like that? Well, the talent that just exudes from this Rizzo family just continues to amaze me. So as father of the bride, I guess I get a few moments here. I was asked to say a few words, which I don't know how to say a few words, but the biggest thing is that I get really nervous with microphones, so just bear with me. So Tina and I, as a family, we want to thank everyone who's had a part of our lives, and especially those who are with us today, both in person and in spirit. In our memory, Ozzy, Mary Agnes, Jerry, Uncle Steve, Nick's grandparents, they would all be so very proud of both of you. So Kelly, as Tina and I walked you down the aisle today, know that in a sense we gave our first love away. But Nick, always remember that we loved her first. And even giving Kelly away does not diminish our love in any way, but expands it as we get another awesome in-law inside our family in the process. So the lesson from this is that love grows as love gives. So Nick and Kelly continue to daily give that love away and receive God's love to share with each other. So when our beautiful little Kelly Joe was born, I quickly told Tina it's a boy, to which the doctor corrected me and said, that's the umbilical cord. It's a girl. So it's no secret to a lot of our family, I did want a boy first, but Uncle Owen confirmed and comforted me by saying, trust me, if you have girls, you will have boys. So very true, and all work together for good. It's the lesson that all things do work together for good for those who love and serve God. So they say that nothing will change your life more than your first child being born, somebody being totally dependent on you. So Kelly, that was certainly true for me, but when I told the same thing to Tina, she said that it didn't hold quite as true for her because Tina quickly realized she already had her first dependent child the day she married me. And there is some truth to that, isn't there? So Nick, you realize that Kelly grew up to be very particular, about things and the good things she was, or we probably wouldn't be sitting here today either. So when Kelly Jo says the word so, know that you are either in trouble or you need to rearrange your thinking a bit, or some very well thought out advice is coming your way. So Kelly was raised to be a very independent thinker too, having a mind of her own, and at times Kelly will ask for advice, but she will couch it beforehand saying, I want your advice, but I'm not sure I'm going to use it. So the lesson for both of you is to be your own person and to be your own in this marriage, but to be it together. So Kelly and Nick, you not only marry a person, but you undoubtedly marry a family. So the first time Grandma Jerry and Kayla kind of alluded to this, who was with us in spirit, the first time she met Nick, I remember Nick left the room and she said, oh my God, and this wasn't a prayer, that guy don't shut up. So it reminds me of the time when I was conversing with our family in a van on a long trip, and Kelly politely said on behalf of her and her siblings, Dad, don't you know what me time is? So Nick, I suspect your conversations are very pertinent to your relationship. But know that Kelly may have some needs for me time along the way, but the lesson is that for more introverted Kelly, may need that me time to recharge your batteries, to be more energized, to enjoy the we time that you enjoy in your love life. So Nick, from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for marrying into our family, and we are honored to be part of the Rizzo family. And if I would have the floor for 21 and a half minutes like Bill did last night, I would ditto all the sentiments that Bill shared about our Trano family. I would say those same things about the Rizzo family, but we're going to shorten this up by 18 minutes. But Tina and I feel so very blessed to not only have Nick, but Bill, Kate, Allie, and all the friends of Kelly and Nick. And again, a very big shout out to Allie. So I learned from Father Randy's homily today that Allie is synonymous with divine providence of God. Yeah, appreciate that. Let's have another shout out for Allie. I like that. So for Bull and Patrick, I got to get them into this as well. So all I can say, after meeting you two at the bachelor party, that you two are positively unique. So watching Tony Rizzo play for the Cubs over the years, I always thought that that name was positively unique as well. But I never dreamed someday that I might have grandkids carrying an Italian name, much less the Rizzo name. God willing, of course. So speaking of the Rizzos, when I first met Bill and hearing his first words that came out of his mouth, I thought, wow. And Kate, Billy, and Allie have been showering us with their friendship and their love ever since. But the lesson here is that Kelly and Nick, that you wow each other every day in your marriage. And not just to be each other's wow, but with God, to be each other's why in life as well. So sharing joyous wows in life and faithful whys in life can help you bear any how in life. So my being a farm boy and Bill being the urban Chicago city slicker, trucky, cappy, manicured kind of guy, which I'm still trying to get used to. Yeah. So I jokingly said to Bill one day, we're going to wear cowboy boots for the wedding, right? And Bill didn't take it as a joke, and so we are probably wearing them tonight, and maybe we'll get out on the floor and do a little boot scoot boogie. So Kelly and Nick, we give our love away, our love to you. And on behalf of everybody here in person and spirit, may God grant you a love that truly lasts a lifetime. Be particular for the love that you want in life. And don't be afraid of the soul moments to correct what needs rearranging. Giving and taking the me time when needed. Realizing this marriage is also about our larger family. To be each other's wow and each other's why in life, so you can bear any how. And tonight on the dance floor, let's let both the rural and the urban cowboys and girls mix it up. We are going to go whole hog and we're going to party till the cows come home. And lastly, let's have a toast. We're going to have a sippy for the new Mr. and Mrs. here along the Mississippi. So here's to you, Mr. Nick and Mrs. Nick and Kelly Jo Rizzo! God, I hate these microphones.
First of all were surprised. I heard the microphone first before we did. Second of all, I just want to thank all of you for being here. Honestly, I don't have a lot prepared, other than that, first of all, during Mass, it was amazing to us. We both commented on this afterwards. When we were giving the Eucharist, we just, at one point, were like, where are all of these people coming from? I don't think there's room for them all. But somehow, all of you were there, and it just meant the world to us. And we are so lucky to have all of you as family and friends, and we are so thankful that you're here with us today. Next, thank you to the bridal party, who is our closest family and friends. We are so grateful that you're here for us. And we are so lucky to have all of you as a part of our side for the wedding day. And then next to our parents, I didn't have anything prepared other than this part because it's not much, but I just wanted to say it. So, there's so many things that we could say about why we love you so much and why we appreciate you. The list is entirely endless. What we are most grateful for, though, is the marriages that we have witnessed while growing up. The love you all have for each other is beautiful, truly. The love you have for our families is incredible. And the love that you have for all of our friends and family is amazing. We can't think of two better marriages to emulate as we start our own. So thank you so much, and we love you.
First of all, I want to thank Kelly for getting more emotional during that than she did during our wedding. I was second of all, I really, like Father Randy, everyone please give a big round of applause. Third, the only person I really need to thank for all this is Kelly. She, again, was like just the best person to possibly meet for me at the time that I met her. I honestly had no idea that I even wanted a relationship the first time I met Kelly, and I just couldn't stop talking to her. And once, I don't know if you remember this, but I knew I was going to ask you to marry me at the bar at this point, and I don't think you did at this point, but you turned to me and you go, if this was how long it took to wait to find something like this, I would have kept waiting. And I will always remember that. So thank you. Finally, obviously there's so many people here. We want to see and talk to all of you guys so much, and we hope we get the chance to. But if we don't, the best chance to find us is either at that bar over there or at the dance floor over there. So if you want to find us, we'll be at either of those two places. Have an amazing night, drink on my dad's tab, and let's have a good time.
Thank you, and let's get this party started.